What up, New York Giant Nation? It's your boy, Mac the Giants fan. I'm coming back at y'all, episode 4 of the Real Deal NFC East Roundup. And obviously this week we're going to talk about the 3 NFC's matchups from a week ago. And we'll talk about the 3 NFC's matchups upcoming this week. What up, Slay? What's going on with you, bro? So you know how I do it, man. I'm like to just jump right on in and get right to it, man. What's going on, Bob Joseph Balby? What up, bro? Good to see you, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right to it. We're gonna start off with the first game of the week last week, which was on Thursday Night Football. The New York Football Giants visiting the Washington Football Team, in which the Giants once again took that L, 30-29. But this week, man, everybody, people look for things to blame, people to blame. I tell you who you can't blame this week, man. What up, Philly B? Good to see you, my brother. But you can't blame Daniel Jones for this performance, man, this week, man. This kid did everything he had to do, man. He definitely did enough for us to get this W. And the supporting cast absolutely let him down in this game. Daniel Jones went 22 for 32 for 249 yards and a touchdown pass. He also ran the ball 9 times for 95 yards and ran in a touchdown. He actually ran in 2, but we know what happened to the one. And he also threw 2. He should have threw 2 touchdown passes, but we also know what happened in that scenario as well. Like I said, his supporting cast absolutely let him down in this matchup. Kid played out of his mind. People have been talking about Daniel Jones this, Daniel Jones that. The crazy part is the true Daniel Jones haters are still looking for reasons to diss this man even after that performance on Thursday night. They still trying to find reasons to make it his fault. Oh, that pass was overthrown. Okay, so it wasn't an absolute perfect pass. It was still a very catchable one. It was a very catchable one. Devontae Adams makes that play for Aaron Rodgers. DeAndre Hopkins makes that play for Kyler Murray. Stephon Diggs makes that play for Josh Allen. And I can go on and on and on. It may not have been an absolute 100% perfect pass, but it was a good enough pass, and the play should have been made. But enough of that, man. Give a shout out because Sterling Shepard once again showed up. Second week in a row, led the way in receiving them. So far, has proven to be our most consistent receiver. Had 9 catches for 94 yards. But that defense, once again, man, that defense, absolutely atrocious. Once again, Taylor Heineke and Terry McLaurin absolutely tore apart our defense. For one thing, Terry McLaurin, I'm not going to ever be mad about Terry McLaurin, you know what I mean, doing this thing. He's one of the best receivers in the NFL in the whole entire league to me, period, regardless. Scary Terry is the man. You ain't never going to be upset about him doing some damage to your defense. But Taylor Heineke? This is how much Washington thought about Taylor Heineke. This offseason, they brought in Ryan Fitzpatrick to be the starting quarterback, while Taylor Heineke was already right there. So that's what they thought of Taylor Heineke. And we let Taylor Heineke absolutely destroy us. But, you know, the defense got to wake up, man, because to lose this game, even though there's a lot of other factors that went into us losing this game, the defense, to me, is still the biggest factor as to why we lost this game. You just can't go out there letting Taylor Heineke shred you up, man, carve you up like he Joe Montana or something, Dan Marino. Like, that's Taylor Heineke, man. Like, let's get it together. Like, it was bad enough last week with Teddy Bridgewater, but at least he does have some form of a resume. But Taylor Heineke? His defense better wake the fuck up. And the coaching staff, y'all ain't off the hook either, man. Very questionable coaching, man. Very, very questionable coaching. Pressure in his face. It's pressure in his face, and if you run a post, you throw it on one of the sides of the post. Also, if it's in your hands and you're a professional, no excuses, bro. Exactly, no excuses, man. Ain't like you just said. Just put that's the perfect way you can put that, Joseph, man. There's no excuses for that, man. That ball hit enough of his hands that he should have caught that. Absolutely, Slayton, and I hope you see a lot more of the bench this week. To be quite frank, because he clearly ain't in the game, man. Too many crucial drops in crucial situations, man. That touchdown would have put the game away, straight up, and we wouldn't be having those sad-ass conversations all week. That touchdown would have just put the game away. That at offsides on the extra point on the field goal, I mean, whether it was actually offside, that's debatable. I've seen some footage that makes it very, very debatable. The NFL apparently reviewed it and said it was a good call, so it is what it is. That's not totally what costs us the game either, man. Because honestly, that's just some lucky ass shit, them missing the field goal anyway, regardless. So that was just luck all in itself, them missing the field goal anyway. So that's not the call that cost us this game. Believe that. A lot of other things, we cost ourselves the game. Once again, like I said, it goes to questionable coaching decisions, man. When James Bradbury, who by the way was getting absolutely cooked all game long, but he did step up and make one huge play in this game. One huge play he made. He stepped up. He made that interception, clutch interception. Yet and still, what do we come out and do on the offense? We make no real effort to get a first down and basically run that clock down to close to nearly nothing. All we do is go out there, run two vanilla-ass runs, throw a bullshit-ass pass on third down, which is actually one of Daniel Jones' worst throws of the game at an inopportune time, but it still was going to come up short of the first down regardless. And we just kick the field goal and leave them 2 whole minutes on the clock and still with their time, with a timeout. We didn't even force them to burn through their timeouts. So I question that. And that's on the coaching staff. But you know what, man? I done had all I can stand of this game, man. So we get ready to move on, man. What you talking about, Joe's up here? What you got up here for me? Matt, I honestly think we might need to get a solid wide receiver opposite of Galladay in the offseason. Free agency or draft, we need one. I agree 100%. We need a reliable number two. A reliable number two. I mean, Shep kind of is a number two, but he's a slot guy. You need another outside guy, reliable, another guy on the outside, man. And I definitely 100% agree with that, man, because Darius Slayton, he ain't it, man. He is not the one, man. It's just not going to happen with him, bro. We're going to get ready to move on, man. We're going to get things going with the Niners and the Eagles, man. This is a pretty interesting game to watch because after the week one, wasn't sure, man, like who the real Eagles were necessarily. Honestly, wasn't sure who the real 49ers was, man. 49ers did end up managing to get this game 17-11. But it was pretty ugly, man. It was pretty ugly football getting played, man, especially on both offenses. The defenses both played pretty well in this game, man. And if you like watching good defense, and this was the game for you on Sunday. Jaylon Hurst, once again, man, he can't be like totally angry with his performance, man. I mean, he 12 of 23, 190 yards, and he also was the Eagles' leading rusher on Sunday, just like Jones was for the Giants. Ran the ball 10 times for 82 yards and a touchdown, man. But it was but the difference I feel like in this game was obviously the 49ers a step up in class from the Atlanta Falcons. And that's no slight on the Eagles' opening day win because it was still a dominant victory, and they went out there and dominated a team that they were better than. And that's the way you're supposed to do teams that you're better than. So I'm not going to knock the Eagles for that, man. But however, I will say this, man. They kind of approached this game with a pretty similar game plan offensively that they went in at Atlanta with, and it kind of proved to backfire because by this Niner defense being significantly better than the Falcon defense, you needed to come significantly stronger on the offense. Whereas all the safe and because week one, Jaylon Hurst made me amazed by him the most week one. What up, Big Pat? If you try to hop on, bro, you know I got you, man. But well, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. But the thing that's fascinating about it was like such a vanilla game plan, but Jaylon Hurts, it wasn't enough because it was a very safe game plan where he wasn't making wasn't forced to have to make dangerous throws or take chances. It was what they were executing and it was working. Against this San Fran defense, you needed a little bit more than that. You needed some special plays from Jaylon Hurts. He wasn't quite able to provide those. So, you know what I mean? I just think that they're going to have to figure something out going forward against stiffer competition because I feel like that week one game plan, it'll work against, subpar competition. But against when you're stepping up and you're going against some of these better teams, you're gonna need a little bit more. Like you know what I mean? They're gonna be in a marathon this week coming up on Monday night. So we're gonna see, man. Their defense did play well, and I'm starting to become more and more impressed with this Philadelphia Eagle team, to be quite frank. Because I'm already after 2 weeks, I'm already more impressed with them than I would have expected to be or thought I was going to be. But however, this defense is overall their defense. I mean, they had a big injury. You know what I mean? Losing Brandon Graham, that's going to hurt. But that defense is actually pretty much kind of so far. And I mean, it's still early. It's only been 2 weeks, and they will be tested on Monday night. Believe me, they will be tested Monday night against the Cowboys when they go down to Dallas. But their defense is significantly better than I expected it to be quite honest. Because the 49ers, they're not exactly slouches on the offensive side of the football either. They have a strong ground and pound game, and the Eagles slowed that down for the most part, most of the game, man. Jimmy Garoppolo, he looked pretty suspect most of the game. I don't know. I mean, Hurts, you think Hurts is going to be a problem? I mean, young man is impressing me in ways I didn't expect him to. I'll be honest with that. I can keep it real with that. He is, but at the same time, it's still early in this season. And from week 1 to week 2, I don't even know, man. I'm still not all the way sold on him, but yet I'm putting a little more respect on his name. I definitely put a little more respect on his name. But interior offensive line help. I mean, right now, yeah, maybe. But that offensive line, to me, has been, I mean, it played actually a little better than I first gave him credit for in week 1. Played pretty decent. Also on Thursday night, man. I'm almost at this point now ready to start riding things out and letting the group grow, man. Reek, honestly, man, I just feel like you just can't keep mixing in different pieces, man, because then they'll just never get a chance to truly gel, man. And we invested so many draft picks over the last few years in these young guys. Gotta give them, if they're starting to at least play better, we got to see if they can ultimately make it work, man. That's just my opinion on that. Eagles are going to be a team that's not good, but you can't take lightly. Yeah, I'm kind of right there with it, Pat, man. Like they're a tough team to call, man. You almost never know what you're going to quite get on a week-to-week basis. They're going to be a hard team to game plan for, prepare for, and they'll always make it interesting. For one thing I can say about them, they definitely are going to be some scrappers, man. It ain't never going to be easy going into Philly, man. as us Giant fans should definitely know that. It ain't never easy going into Philly. But I'm going to move on, man. On to the next one, man. And that would be the Dallas Cowboys visiting the Los Angeles Chargers out there in SoFi, man. This game actually disappointed me, and just because I thought it was going to be like just offensive madness. It was anything but. It's pretty slow game, man. Pretty slow moving, man. I thought this would have potential, game of the week potential written all over it. I mean, Dak was solid, but he wasn't anything special this week, man. 23 of 27, 237 yards, and 1 INT, man. He didn't even throw a touchdown pass. Surprisingly, Tony Pollard, not Zeke, was their leading rusher, man. 13 carries for 109 yards, and he did get into the end zone, and this dude's the problem, man. Tony Pollard is starting to really establish himself as a legit running back, not even just a backup, as a legit running back, period, in this league, man. He's the truth, man. He's the real deal, man. And I can't, and I don't know. He's starting to worry about that 1-2 combination there, because that's a scary one right there. Between Zeke and him, it's pretty nasty out. They got and this with the fact that they already got those great wide receivers out there, and obviously they got Dak. That offense is just loaded, man. It's loaded with so much talent, man. However, that defense is still absolute Swiss cheese, man. That defense is garbage, man. That defense is absolute garbage. It's opportunistic, however, though. Like right now, the only reason the defense looks halfway decent is because they have been able to create some turnovers these first couple of weeks. Otherwise, man, that defense has been absolute Swiss cheese. Teams have been able to do almost whatever they wanted to. That's why I'm disappointed with the Chargers' effort on Sunday against the Cowboys, because Justin Herbert, man, I thought for sure he would have been able to just air it out on these jokers all day long. And he made a lot of key mistakes, man, a lot of bad throws, and it just wasn't the look, man. But I agree, Bobby, man. If we keep playing like this, we ain't going to win this division. Got to tighten up. Absolutely. Oh man, but but yeah, this Cowboys, man. I don't know, man. They don't scare me at all. Defense on the defensive side of football, other than the fact that they've shown the ability to create some turnovers. But on the offensive side of the ball, should be definitely be concerned with this football team, man. Especially the fact that we got them coming up in a few weeks, and our defense right now can no way in hell step on the field with the Cowboys offense. I'll tell you that right now. If we were playing, our defense was playing the Cowboys this week, whew, I'd be scared shitless. Not even gonna lie. With the way our defense has played against the Denver Broncos offense, and then played against the Washington, and then the way they played against the Washington football team's offense, I'd be scared shitless if we was playing the Cowboys this week right now, with the way our defense is playing. Thank God we not. We got a couple weeks to hopefully get things together, get things turned around. Do you think we have to worry about Ross? See, I'm not really. I think we need to worry about everything we doing. Hey, Joe, what's up, man? I think we just need to worry about the New York Giants and getting our stuff together, man. To be quite honest, man. I think that's what our main focus needs to be, is the New York Giants becoming a better New York Giants team, man. Because right now it's just been real bad these first couple of weeks. It's been shitty, man. They have Pollard now for 3 years in offense, not a problem. It's their defense, and they are just the Cowboys. They find ways to lose. Also, I think that's what you're trying to say. Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that, but the way we've been looking right now, these first 2 weeks, man, it's been looking pretty bad, Pat. So I'm just not really I'm just not sure, man. I just know I'd be concerned if we were playing, like, for instance, we were playing those guys this week, man. And I agree with that right there too, Joe, man. It's too many problems and they not getting solved, man. It's too many problems and they not getting solved. That's my biggest problem with this team right now, man. We're not fixing anything. The problems are starting to spiral out of control, man. And I blame that on coaching. I had to blame that on coaching. I just can't. That's where that starts. That kind of problem starts at the top. So I just that's what I got to put that on firmly on, man. But that's about all I got for the Cowboys Chargers game, because that game was just, it's a pretty sloppy game. And I expected better from that game. But I'm gonna get ready to move on in a minute here, man. But I just want to say something before we do move on. Because I'm going to start talking a little bit about these games this upcoming week. We got 3 NFC's matchups this week. There were 3 games involving NFC's teams this week. And for me, this is a special week. New York Giant fans, this should be a special week. This is Eli Manning week. Eli Manning week, baby. Can't come out there soft this week. This is an important game only for the reason of number 10 and all his years of loyalty. So New York Giant Nation, we need this week. We need everybody rally, support this team. I need that stadium rocking on Sunday. We need to go out there and bust the Atlanta Falcons' ass. It's Eli week. Not playing no games, man. You think Atlanta not going to be ready for this one? You think they don't want to spoil Eli the day we retire Eli Manning's jersey? You think they don't want to spoil that? They're going to come out there hyped to do that. They probably taking it as disrespect that we wanted to schedule this ceremony when we playing them, because you would think we're looking at them like they're a cookie or something. So they're going to be ready, man. So New York Giants, we better be ready for this one this week. We better be ready this week. I'm sorry I had to just, go off on that little quick tangent. But we need that. We better be ready. We need that one this week. So starting off this weekend, man, we got the Washington football team traveling to Buffalo, man, to see Josh Allen and them Buffalo Bills, man. To be quite frank, man, I see Washington getting absolutely dusted in this one, man. I'm not impressed with that team at all. Buffalo's coming off a big division victory over the Miami Dolphins, shutout, as a matter of fact. They and Josh Allen, to be quite frank, is yet to really have that breakout game yet this season. Washington's defense is starting to teeter on the line of being overrated. Straight up. Because Daniel Jones went out there and served their ass. What's going on, Logan? He went out there and served them Thursday night. Justin Herbert served their ass week 1. And I'm sorry, bro. I need to see more from this amazing defense they're supposed to have. And they got another good quarterback coming their way on Sunday, and Josh Allen, man. And I'm going to tell you what, man. I think he's ready to go out there and absolutely show off on this defense and absolutely embarrass them. I think Josh Allen going to run that score up on him. I think Biggs going to have a big day. And I think it's going to be about looking at about 30 to 13 Buffalo. Because Washington, we should have busted their ass on Thursday. We let them off the hook. I feel like Buffalo is a far better team than us. And I just can't imagine. I can't imagine Washington going up there and getting a W on Buffalo on Sunday. I can't even imagine that. 38-13. That's what I got, man. Because to be quite frank, Taylor Heineke, man, you're not that dude, man. You are what you are. You're a backup quarterback. You know what I mean? maybe worthy of being a low end starting quarterback in this league, man. Maybe you're a little better than I'm giving you credit for, but at the same time, you are what you are, man. You go ahead go up to a hostile environment in Buffalo, and you're gonna find out what it's like to play a team that's actually ready to play a football game. So you're gonna find out what it's like. Scary Terry, he might not have the kind of game he ain't gonna have the kind of game he had against the Giants. I don't think. I can't foresee that. But he's still gonna, probably make a little bit of noise, but it's gonna be a rough day for everybody. I think everybody on that Washington football team, man. They could prove me wrong. They could, but that's what they're gonna have to do. They're gonna have to prove me wrong because I don't see it. I just don't see it, man. So, like I said, coming up with that game, man, I got that. Just a little, you know what I mean? Yeah, 30-13, man. I can't even. I think the only way Washington has a real chance in this game is if they get Antonio Gibson going and they control that clock and keep Josh Allen and the offense off the field. I can't, because Josh Allen's going to be coming out there hungry. What's good, Ash? He's going to be coming out there hungry to make some plays. You know what I mean? Because he ain't really been, I know because I got him on a couple of my fantasy teams and he's been letting me down the first couple weeks a little bit. He ain't been creating that Josh Allen magic. So I know he's going to be coming out there ready to get something, man, because he ain't got none yet this year, really. His team is still, you know what I mean, they 1-1 and looking all right and everything, but no need for like a panic mode for the Josh Allen and the Bills by no means. But at the same time, I think he's ready to finally come out and really, really, really show why he was almost potentially and why he was an MVP candidate a year ago and why he was the early season MVP candidate this year. But yeah, just like I said, I can't 30-13 Buffalo. Washington, you're going to have to prove me wrong, man. Prove me wrong, Washington. That's it. Once you do that, you have a little more respect, man. But I'm gonna move on to Philly and Dallas, man. Philly at Dallas on Monday Night Football. This should be a doozy. Good divisional matchup. And I see this one. This should be fun. Philly Dallas is always fun. You know what I mean? Oh, it's hard. I don't know which way I'm leaning on this one, though, man. I don't know which way I'm leaning. Because because Jaylon Hurst, man, I need to see I think he should be poised to go out there and have another big night. Should be against this defense, against this Dallas Cowboy defense. He should be able to go out there and have a pretty big night. But we're gonna have to find out, man. We're gonna have to see, man, and say the same thing, vice versa, man. Dak, I mean, he had he wasn't, like I said, horrible on Sunday, but he still wasn't his normal self either. You know what I mean? So I think he wanted to get some get back from off of that. And once again, he's playing against the type of team that probably can make it happen, man. He can go out there and have a big game. I mean, this could be I expect it to be a pretty high scoring affair, man. Even though it's a divisional matchup, I think we're gonna get some points scored in this game. It should get a nice little treat on Monday night this week. And I think I can see this game going up both teams playing into the 20s. Say about like maybe thinking the Cowboys might find a way to escape this one with a 27-24 win. Because I think at the end of the day, I still believe they're a better football team than the Eagles, even though the Eagles have been playing a lot better than I expected them to. I'm not mad at that, man, Balby. I'm not mad at that, man, because like I said, they're a lot. To me are a lot better than I expected them to be. So you know what I mean. They are kind of a hard team to call, hard team to predict, hard team to figure out, man. But at the same time, I think Dallas has a little too much offense, man, for them to be able to for them to keep up, man. I'm still keeping it close, like I said, 27-24, man. But I can't imagine, man. I think Dallas got a little too much offense for the Eagles in this one, man. So I'm gonna just, right now I'm gonna have to get this one to the Cowboys. I mean, for what it's worth, I wish they just played to a tie and both have a dumbass tie on their record because that's how I feel about both of these teams, since they both can't take an L, obviously. But since one of them going to have to pretty much win and one of them going to have to lose, I'm going to pick the Cowboys, man. 27-24 in this one. And now we're going to move on, man, to the main event of the week. And like I said, it's Eli Day, baby. Eli week. Every time y'all see me this week, I'm going to be representing number 10 right here. Whether it's something like this, the jersey, whatever. I'm repping number 10 every time you see me this week. So when you see me on my preview show, I'm going to probably have a jersey on or something. See me on the aftermath show after the game, I'm going to have a jersey or this shirt or something else on, something represent Eli, because that's how I'm going to be doing it all week. Eli week, baby. Eli Day on Sunday. It's a special day for that man. Put in a lot of years, a lot of work for the New York Football Giants. And he getting honored the way he should be getting honored. Getting his jersey hung up in them rafters. Nobody wearing number 10 ever again in a New York Giant uniform, as they shouldn't. As they shouldn't. You're right. You can't spell elite. You cannot spell elite without E-L-I, baby. You got that right. You got that right, bro. So that we better be ready, fired up, and ready to go on Sunday for this game. Absolutely no excuses to go out there and lay an egg. You go out there and you ball out for Eli. The same way he balled out for y'all in his final game against the Dolphins a couple years ago. He balled out for this organization and won his last game he started. You go out there and you ball out the same way for him on this day which we honor him. You show that man some respect by not going out there and looking like you did the first 2 weeks, like a lethargic, half-assed team. Don't make boneheaded coaching decisions. And don't make stupid mistakes getting dumbass penalties. Kill that noise, man. Gotta go out there and make it happen, man. Gotta win this one, man. Atlanta is not better than the New York Giants. But right now, the record says they ain't no worse. You got the same 0-2 record we got. They got the same hunger for a W that we should have. I hope we got it. Pretty sure they got it. Hope we got it. Let y'all know something, man. Matt Ryan is better than Taylor Heineke. Matt Ryan is better than Teddy Bridgewater. Let you know that right now. And he's got a couple studs to throw the ball to. So that middle of the field better be protected a lot more than it has been in weeks 1 and 2. That soft zone, that ain't going to work with Kyle Pitts. That ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. So you better have a better game plan. Calvin Ridley? Yeah, right. We'll go over the top on us all day long. We play like we did the first 2 weeks of the season. So y'all better come correct. Because like I said, Atlanta is just as hungry for a W as we should be. Just as hungry. Think they don't want to come and spoil Eli Day? Why not? Why wouldn't they want to come and spoil Eli Day? Of course they do. Of course they want to walk out here laughing as we hanging Eli's jersey up in the rafters. Why wouldn't they? So what I know is, man, we better be ready to come out, show up, and show out, man. This is the week where it needs to happen. Saquon Barkley, got to get him going. You got to find ways to get him going. You got to get him out in space and let him do what he does best. And he does what he does best in open space. So let's find ways to make that happen. You know, the same way, you know, like I know you shouldn't be, it's not easy to compare anybody to like the Kansas City Chiefs offense, but you know, the same way. Oh man, appreciate the deception. Appreciate that, brother. Really do, man. But the same way, like a team like that will go out there and everybody knows they want to throw the ball at Travis Kelce. Everybody knows they want to throw the ball at Tyreek Hill. Does that stop Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce from having good games week in and week out? Hell no, it doesn't. You know why? Because their coaches find ways to still get them the ball, even when they're heavily game planned for it. We got to find a way to do that same thing for our playmakers. We did not pay Galle all that money this offseason for him to be going out there having 4-catch games. You kidding me? Get that man the ball. Get down in that red zone. Get that man the ball. Get on the ball, period. But especially when you get down in that red zone, I mean, Evan Ingram was limited in practice today. He may or may not. I'm still not sure what's going on with him. If he's going to be ready to go on Sunday, I never thought I'd be saying this after the way he drove me crazy last season. But I'll be glad to have him back, man, because he'll be another weapon that needs to be accounted for on this offense, and it can only help to open things up a little bit more for everybody else. Like I said, Shep's been playing out of his mind the first 2 weeks. Slayton just needs to learn how to catch the ball. We got to get Kadarius Toney involved. Figure out a way. Like I said, you got to figure out a way to get your playmakers involved. You can't spend a number 20 overall pick on a player and have him just wasting away on your bench. Can't do it. We don't know what this kid can truly do because he's just sitting on the sideline. I mean, you just got to get him out there, man. We got to see what we got. Like I said, it's essential for Barkley to get going, man. We need him involved. We need him running the ball, and we need him involved in the passing game, man. Got to make it happen, man. Because everybody's knocking on. Everybody's been knocking Barkley, talking about he should have been number 2 overall pick. All right, I get it. That's high for a running back in today's NFL. It is. It truly is. But nobody was complaining about the pick of Barkley after his rookie season. Nobody was. To be quite frank, maybe people started chirping a little bit after his second season, but he still had a pretty solid second year too, even with the sprained ankle that cost him a few games. So it wasn't even heavy complaining then. It wasn't until after last year, missing the whole season, and now everybody's all of a sudden second-guessing Saquon Barkley. Here's my take on Saquon Barkley, man. He's a special kind of player, man. The year he came out in the draft, I get it. We could have went quarterback that year and started that journey for transitional journey then, transitioning from Eli then. But at the same time, Barkley was undoubtedly the highest rated player in his draft class. Undoubtedly. Far and away. It wasn't even close. He was by far the highest rated player in his draft class. So were we really wrong for drafting the best player in the draft? I mean, were we truly wrong for that? Like, I'm not going to say that we were. I get that he's a running back and you traditionally don't draft running backs that high. I get it. But sometimes special is just special. And at the same time, Greg, this last past year or so for Barkley has been a little rocky. But I'm not ready to just give up on talent like that. I'm not just going to just give him up to somebody else so he can just start busting our ass every time he plays us. I'm not willing to just do that. I'm willing to let this man see if he can step up and get back to his form he had his rookie season, man. I think he can. I got faith in that, man. Once he breaks up a couple more nice runs like he did in that Washington game, I think he'll get his confidence back. So I'm ready. Like, we got to do this, man. Barkley got to get going this week. The running game, period, it's got to be. I don't want to come out of this game and Daniel Jones our leading rusher again. He's been our leading rusher for the first 2 weeks. He's our leading rusher on the team, period, right now. I don't want this game to end with him being our leading rusher. I would like it to be Saquon Barkley, or hell, it could be Devontae Booker. I want it to be one of our running backs. I would like it to be one of our running backs this week being able to run the ball and make good plays in the run game. Set up the play action game for Daniel Jones. And like I said, for God's sake, get Galladay involved more. Get Kadarius Toney involved, period. Got to do it in defense. Defense. If you don't hit somebody, wrap up and tackle. Hit somebody. The secondary, man, got to be a little better in coverage. Tighten up that coverage back there. Patrick Graham, flat out Patrick Graham, make adjustments for Christ's sake, man. Adjust to something. Because I'm going to tell you what, Kyle Pitts is yet to really have that big breakout game yet either. Don't let it happen on Eli Day. I agree with that too, Joe, man. Like, receivers do need to run the right routes, and Garrett, he do need to get his head out of his ass, man. Because right now he looks like a clown to a bit. I mean, even though he didn't call a bad game on Thursday night, I still want to see a little more than what I saw. Like it was still overall pretty basic. It was a little more. It was a little better than it was against Denver, and it looked a little more. It looked a little smooth. It looked a little more smooth. But you're right, Jason Garrett, man, he's got to improve, man. Ross is on IR, bro. If I'm not mistaken, unless you know something I don't. Pretty sure he's on IR though, man. Oh wow, I gotta check that out, Joe. I didn't see that Kurt Warner video, man. Find out about look into that a little bit. Kurt Warner, I respect when he be speaking, man, because he knows people like that know what the hell they talking about, man. So I respect that. But I might have to look into that, try to check that out. But yeah, once again, I'm going to wrap this up with a little score prediction. I think the New York Giants do show up this week because it is Eli week, so they better show up or it's going to be some problems. They better show up. So I do think, thanks a lot, dude, for that, Joe. So I think they will show up, and I'm thinking that the New York Football Giants finally get their first win of the season. Finally. I think it's going to be an impressive fashion. I think the defense does get their head out their ass this week. I think we get some plays, make some plays. I think somehow we do find a pass rush. And we'll force Matt Ryan to make some bad throws and make some bad decisions, man. And I believe that the New York Giants is going to win this game. I'll say 27-13. I think we're going to go out there and show up. And I think Daniel Jones is going to have back-to-back incredible games, man. I just got a feeling he's going to go out there and light the Atlanta Falcons defense up, just like he did the Washington football team defense. And hopefully his supporting cast, hopefully they show up too. Can't have any more drops. Can't have any more of the like mental mistakes, man. Some of the penalties we get are just absolutely unacceptable, man. Absolutely unacceptable, man. We can't have any more of that. And like I said, hopefully we show up this week, man, and make it happen. Like I said, do everything the right way. Play good, solid, hard-nosed, disciplined football. No boneheaded coaching decisions. No boneheaded plays on the field by the players. Play clean football once again. Because it looked good out there playing. That was one thing I didn't even touch on. It looked good watching Daniel Jones play clean football. So, you know what I mean? He needs to continue that trend. And I think good things will begin to happen for this football team. I got faith. I'm going to always have faith, to be quite frank, man. I'm going to always have faith in this team, man. Ride or die, man. 0-17, 17-0, I'm going to love them all the same, man. We need to get that first W this week. And hopefully we go out there and get it, man. I want to thank everybody that coming over here, chilling with me today, listening to the Real Deal NFC East Roundup. I will be back again next Wednesday. You know what I mean? So come join me again, man. I appreciate y'all all, man. Joe, Joseph Balby, Big Pat in the chat. Reek, Ash Money. Logan, seen you up in there too, bro. I appreciate y'all for coming through, man, showing me some love, man. Deception, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate you, man. Welcome to the fam, bro. It's a good look, man. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that, man. I'm trying to get better at this, man. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better, man. But like I said, I'm going to get ready to get up out of here, man. Smack the Giants fan, man. I'm saying peace. If you was feeling this, please take time to subscribe and smack them likes. Feel free to drop a comment and let me know what you think. Don't forget to ring that bell so you know when I'm dropping new content. It's your boy, Mac the Giants fan. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at Mac the Giants fan. That's MACDA Giants fan.